Hey, it's Susan Pierce Thompson, and welcome to the weekly vlog. I'm excited to be here with you, and I wanted to address a question that I get all the time, and I don't think it's a real question. I think it's a rhetorical question, but still, sometimes I think a rhetorical question is masquerading to be a real question, so I'm going to address it. And the question that I get more often than any other question is, how do you do it? How do you do all that you do? And I want to address that. My glib answer is I do bright line eating, and that makes me sort of, effective in my life the way I didn't used to be. It makes me able to, wake up and have energy all day long and stay organized and all that stuff, because when you weigh and measure your food and you eat really healthful foods, it just fuels you in a different way, and then you can start to weigh and measure your life and, get things mapped out and get clear on things. I think a scaffolding of 3 meals a day provides a really beautiful structure for a well-oiled life. I don't know that my life feels that well-oiled these days, but anyway, you get the idea. That's my glib answer, is I do bright line eating, and that's how I do all that I do. But there's a deeper answer, and I think the answer to how I do all that I do is really about why I do all that I do. The how really comes back down to the why. Why am I doing this? And the answer is I'm doing it for you. Not just you, but you. You. I'm doing this for you. And all of the people yet to come who are searching for a solution for their food problem, their weight problem, their obsession, their body discomfort, their ill health, all of those challenges, that collective suffering. I'm doing it for you. And the goal is the collective release of human potential. That's the goal. So what I've experienced is after I started doing bright line eating and lost all my excess weight, I became effectual in my life in a way that I'd never been. And I got freed up from the maybe 60 to 80% of my life, my psychic, mental energy and my time and my thinking that was all embroiled in what I'd eaten or not eaten, and whether I'd exercised yet, and whether I was on my plan or off my plan, or if I knew I was going to a party tonight and so I needed to eat a smaller lunch now to save room for, tonight at dinner, and all of the machinations that I went through in my head to control my weight and to try to get into a right-sized body. All of that mishigas, what we would say in Yiddish, mishigas, was replaced by silence. And that obsession just got taken out of my life. It got replaced with, do I have enough groceries in the fridge? Okay, I need to go to the grocery store to get some apples. I need some veggies to cook up. Do I have enough salad ingredients? Okay, let me make sure I've got that. Every couple days having those thoughts, like almost silence, nothing. And it created this space. And if you're a scientist, you know what happens with space, like real true space, like a vacuum. Something floods in to fill it. And what floods in to fill the space, the emptiness that's there after all that insanity of food and weight struggles is swept away, what floods in to fill that space is whatever you're really meant to be doing in this life. Your gifts, your talents, your capacities, your brilliance, your kindness, your service, your highest calling. All of that right now is unfulfilled potential buried underneath the weight and the food obsession of 2.1 billion people on this planet. People who have a destiny, a calling to figure out how to desalinate water and figure out how to store solar energy from the Sahara Desert and transport it all over the world as energy. People who have a destiny, a calling to do amazing things in this world. And unleashing that human potential is what we're about here at Bright Line Eating. And that is why I do what I do. And that why fuels me with what feels to me these days like an almost endless, never-ending influx of energy and ability and passion and dedication to do what I do every day. So when you ask me, how do you do it? That's my answer. I am fueled by this mission. And I'm looking for people whose mission in life is to support that vision. So join me. We're starting a movement. It's called Bright Line Eating. And the goal is to unleash all the human potential that is packed away under all the pounds and the food obsession that is keeping people derailed from manifesting their truest vision. So that's how I do it. And that's the weekly vlog. And if you have a question that you would like me to answer, other than that question, how do you do it, which I just answered, then go ahead and write it in. I'm at susan@brightlineeating.com, and I'd love to answer your question. I'll talk to you soon.